Hi everybody, this is Tanya Milan from the Self-Sufficient Homestead, and I thought it well to start showing you what I do every day with produce that I've got, because often you sit with a lot of produce and you don't know what to do with it and you don't know what the benefits are. And maybe if I do something for you as often as I can, it can help you in your process, thought process and planning. And it could motivate you to start preserving some of your fruits and vegetables and other foods that would otherwise have wasted. So I've got this whole container full of avocado pears that I got from friends, and they are all going soft at the same time. And I don't want to lose it. I don't know if you know how good avocado pear is for you. It is packed with unsaturated fats, the good fats. And it's got vitamin C, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Really nutritious, and it's good fat. So, but one thing I think we don't always know is that there are other parts of the avocado pear that is so good for you. So we are going to be saving the pips, and I'll show you what I do with them later. The pips have many medicinal properties. For instance, they are anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory, they help with high cholesterol, they help with blood sugar. So this here has so many medicinal benefits that we have to mine it, we have to use it. So we will be drying those pips and then we will be grinding it up into a powder and use it. As for the avocado flesh, I will be adding some lemon juice to prevent it from discoloring, and then I will mash it up and put it in bags in the freezer and just take out as needed. Obviously, avocado pear is at its best when it is fresh, but avocados are not available all through the year. They are very seasonal, and they are very bound to certain areas, more your subtropical areas. For instance, here, some places they grow, but we are right next to the river, so we've got a really cold spot and we get a lot of frost, so we can't grow avocados here. So I'm so thankful for these that I got gifted the other day by friends, and I am preserving every little bit of it, because if you had to go buy this amount of avocado pears, it will put you out of pocket quite a lot. So in the freezer these go. There's some that I'm keeping fresh. Here on the side I've put aside the ones that are still good to eat just like this, that will last a while still, maybe 5 days. So I'm just cutting out all the little brown spots. I do not appreciate brown spots in avocado, so I cut that out, and I'm just keeping the good green flesh for my preserved product. Now, other things that I also have to look at today, and during the day I will, at different times I will do that because I've got other things to do too. I have to harvest some peas. Yesterday I did not have time, so today I'm going to have a ton. And what is nice about that is, for the first time, peas are actually going to reach my freezer. Because normally, between myself and the children and the dogs, it would be finished. So this year, I've got such a prolific harvest, and I contribute that to our soil. And when we moved here 2 years ago, we did not have soil. We moved in and it was pretty much rock and slate stone. So we started mulching, and everybody asks me, what did I mulch with? I was mulching with silage bales. Now, the difference between normal bales and silage bales is, normal bales are just cut and they are baled, and there they stand. But silage bales are kept to ferment, and they are wrapped in like a white plastic wrap, which keeps the ferment going. And so lots of microorganisms form inside your silage. And they often give this to animals that struggle to pick up weight and need a lot of condition. So the silage is very good for that, and it's highly digestible by the animals. So meaning, if I put the silage on my soil, then I've got lots of microorganisms already active. And that's why my garden is being so incredibly prolific. Okay, so back to the avos. I've got quite a bit of avo here. So I need to add some lemon juice. I've got some in here, so I'm just going to pour over some lemon juice quickly. And then mash it up. Now, just want to say something about this. This used to be my husband's grandmother's little masher. And you don't find them really anymore. You only find those funny solid ones that is really not as effective. So I love using this old one, and if it ever breaks, I will be repairing it. But it's a solid piece of equipment. I do like the vintage stuff quite a bit. I mean, just, where's that other one? Look at this, for instance. Isn't this the prettiest vintage little mixer? Anyway, all of those type of things have a place in my kitchen. So let's just mash it up here. I think I should add a bit more of lemon juice. So not only does the lemon juice keep it from discoloring, it also adds some vitamin C to your avo, and it's pretty tasty. It's very palatable. There's some other ways you can preserve avocado pears, but it's not palatable at all. I like something to taste good too, not just to look good. Okay, there's a hard one over here. Let's find it. This one seems to be giving me trouble. So I'm going to take it out and I'm going to use it another way. So between all of these lovely soft ones, there was a hard one. What you can do is you can put some salt and pepper in it now as well. I think I'll do that. I just want to give it a taste. It's got a nice acidity to it from the lemon juice. So give me a moment, I'm going to go fetch some salt and pepper. So here's some peppercorns that I ground up in my mock mill just the other day. So they're nice and freshly ground up. And then I've got some Himalayan salt in a beautiful Consol grinder. I love these grinders. I mean, it's 250 ml, so it takes up quite a bit and it grinds really well. Give it a good stir because I have the pepper and the salt on the one side. Something that I've learned is always taste your stuff before you put it away, because then you know it's ready and right, and you can just take it out and put it on a sandwich. I think it needs a bit more pepper. And a bit more salt. Okay, let's try. Perfect. What am I going to do now? Take some bags and then put good portions. I mean, I like avo, my husband likes avo, Ilanka likes avo, Abby likes avo, so a lot of people in my family do like avo. So I can just put enough for a few people. And I'm going to flatten it out so it freezes quite quickly. Now the ideal bag for this is a Ziploc, and I don't have Ziplocs at the moment. I should go buy. So I'm just going to push it out like this. And then take the little baggie and move it over. And put it in the freezer just like that. On top of each other, it will freeze up quickly and it will be preserved. So I will have avo for some time to come, which is fabulous. And if I only, for instance, wanted to use half of that, it's so thin that I can actually just break it, just snap it, and take out what I want if I didn't want to use all of it. Just make sure you push out all the air. I don't know if you saw, I pushed it to the corners to push out the air. It's delicious. I've still got the flavor in my mouth from tasting it. Just scraping out the last bit. You would be surprised how much you miss if you do not use a spatula. Look at that. So now we're just going to slide it on here. A good idea would actually be to pack it into a little plastic basket that you can just pop into the freezer just like that, but I wasn't thinking of that a moment ago, so we're just going to do it like this. Ooh, stay. So let's go find some space in the freezer. So I've got quite a few freezers. It's this one and two others in the kitchen that are stand freezers, and in the garage I've got a big box one and a smaller box one. The big box one is where I normally put my meat, and the smaller one is my grains. So let's see if we can move some stuff around here. So this is still from the Nyala we harvested about a week and a half ago, and we've got some green beans from last year, so we're nearly in time for green beans again. They are this big though, so I've got 3 packets left, so it was just enough, the beans, to carry me through till now. Also in here I've got some garlic. It's in packets with a little bit of olive oil, and so I just take out these little packets and chuck them in the food, which is really convenient. So we've got an open rack here. I'm just going to go get the avo, we'll put it in. I'll just put them nicely on top of each other. Done it. See, that's why you need a Ziploc bag. I'm out of Ziplocs. So, especially with something as soft as avocado pear. Otherwise, they just bend too much and the stuff comes out. Luckily, it didn't come out now. So let me just get that in and get this freezer closed. Once it's closed, we should be good. Stay. And that's it for the avocado pear. Oh, we still have to do the pips. We'll get to the pips in a moment. So I haven't harvested peas for 2 days. So let's see what is waiting here for me. This is what I've got so far. And I'm just going down this little lane. Just wanted to show you something. There's some of them that's now gone a bit overripe, so I do not harvest them now. I leave them for seed. The only thing you need to remember if you do leave them for seed is that your yield decreases because it concentrates on feeding this one further. So this row is done. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cabbages long, and I've done it on both sides. And this is the amount of peas I got. So still going to do that little row. It's a shorter row. When the kids were little, I always got upset with them because they managed to pull out the pea plants when they were trying to harvest peas. So the best way to do it is to take it in your hand, put your finger there, and just twist it off. This way you keep your plant intact and don't pull it all out. Just harvesting this row, and I know there's not as many plants in this row as in that row, but if I look proportionally at how many plants are here and there, this row yields much less peas, and I can tell you why. Because I started mulching the garden from that side of the garden where the little wannabe greenhouse is, and I only recently started mulching here, and I can definitely see it in the amount of peas that are harvested. There is a huge difference. You saw how much I harvested on the first row. Now let me show you the complete harvest. Definitely a big difference. So mulching works. So supper tonight is some nyala mince and some green beans from last season, and the odd little carrot with some shallots. Very easy, very quick. Just going to put it on a slice of toast. Didn't have much time for anything else. But this is good. I mean, it's everything from the farm. As I'm going to toast my bread, I see the seedlings. Look at these beautiful peppers. So just going to give them a little while more, and then I'll be planting them out into the garden. So supper was amazing. I really enjoyed it. You know, I should actually share more with you, because then you'll see how much we eat off this farm. Because everything we ate tonight was from the farm except for the toast. So the rest, all cultivated by ourselves or grown by ourselves, like the nyala. So with our peas, look how much we've got already. And I have depotted most of them. I've only got a few left. I thought I wouldn't bore you with having to do all of them. But I've still got some interesting info coming up, which I want to share with you. Because when you look at these two bowls, in which bowl do you see food? This one, right? So what's this? And I think we need to make some mindset changes, especially if we want to be self-sufficient, self-sustainable. We need to start looking at things differently. Because in this bowl, there is probably about, I don't know, 1 kilogram of peas. And it's going to go to my freezer. But in this bowl, you maybe are seeing empty pea pods. What I am seeing is a lot of vitamins, minerals, and a lot of chlorophyll. And immediately what my mind is taken to is green powder. Now, you may ask, why don't you just make green powder from spinach or kale or something? Well, that's a good idea too, but did you know that kale and spinach are really high in oxalic acid? And they contain oxalates, which actually draws calcium and minerals to them. It absorbs it and your body secretes it. So if that happens, what is happening to your body? So if you are eating some food and there's calcium and other minerals in there, and you are eating too much oxalic acid, then it's going to take up those minerals and you're just going to poop it out. If you cook spinach or kale for 5 to 10 minutes, then the oxalate levels are suitable. It's fine. So when I want to make green powder, I look for things that are low in oxalates. You can go and you can cook your spinach and then put it on your dry trays. Now I've got these trays, these ones for my Excalibur Dehydrator, and it's got the Paraflex sheets. So you can put your cooked spinach on there and dry it and make a powder from that, no problem. You must just do it that way. Don't do it raw, because then you are just concentrating a lot of oxalic acid into a powder form, which I mean, you're going to take about a teaspoon. That's a lot of oxalic acid. So you need to think about things when you do it. Now, other vegetables that I've done, this is what I've done in the week also. This is broccoli, and it's from the garden. With the heat that's been coming in, the temperatures have risen, the winter vegetables are wanting to go into seed. So I had to react quickly, and I preserved some broccoli in this way. So I'm going to, when I'm done with these, I'm going to powder it and make myself a green powder. That's why I enjoy my dehydrator from Natural Wise so much. It's an Excalibur 9 tray, so I can get quite a lot in there with all my produce. You can see that I have a lot of produce, right? So that dehydrator just suits our family's needs really, really well. Okay, we're nearly done. And this is a lot of peas. And I must tell you, it's the first ever time I get peas in my freezer. It's always eaten before the time. But Abby was out horse riding till about an hour ago, half an hour ago, and it's already dark. I think it's around about 8 o'clock now in the evening. So it's been dark for like 2 hours, and they went to ride out to Dry Dam. So also Ilanka there at the back, behind the camera. And so the peas are intact because my pea stealers weren't here. And Rofty, who's the other pea stealer, is on the ground. He can't reach here. So last one, just going to depot this. We've got our peas. I'm going to show you now what we're going to do with it. And then we've got these. Before we move on to the peas, this is what our pods look like after we've dried them. So these ones I will powder and put in my green powder. So they can come out of my dehydrator. And I'm just going to place my new ones on my dehydrator trays. This one can go in. I don't even cut them. You can if you want to. It will dry much quicker. But the Excalibur is so efficient that it just happens so quickly. So I'm not bothered by cutting it even smaller. I put that straight. Yes, I did. You know, let me just take that out. The Paraflex sheets that I've just taken out, they're really nice if you want to dehydrate some fruit roll-ups or some sauce, anything that's a bit runny that you want to dehydrate. They work well for that. So we've got the pea pot in the dehydrator, or shall we say the chlorophyll, vitamins and minerals. And now we just need to sort out these pips. Now the pips I've already washed. Actually Joshua did. So I just want them to dry out a bit. And tomorrow morning we are going to smash them up. And then we're going to dehydrate them. And then we will blend them. This we will make into a powder. Did you know that an avocado pip has vitamin A, B, C, and E in it, with lots of minerals as well? And also, it helps with cholesterol, high blood pressure, inflammation. So this is really like a nutrition and medicinal packed little piece of nature. So let's harness it. So to finish up our peas, we're just going to blanch them quickly. I don't want to freeze them raw because I do find that legumes, fresh legumes that's been frozen raw, has an extra like a frank flavor, and I don't want that. So I'm just going to blanch it for a moment or two. Let's just get that water boiling again. I'm just giving it a moment to get to a full rolling boil again, because the temperature of the peas have taken the temperature of the water down a bit. So the moment that it starts boiling properly again, then I will leave it for about 2 minutes, and that's it. So it's been boiling for about 2 minutes, so I'm going to take this out now. So for it to cool down quicker, I'm just gonna pour it out into this bowl, or dish rather. Okay. Look at the beautiful green color of these peas. While we wait, we're going to give it a minute or two. I'm going to show you some of my other powders that I've made. Here I've got some organic homegrown turmeric. This is moringa from a moringa tree. This one I can't remember because I can't see now. But then I've got some lemongrass powder there as well. Some strawberry leaf. This is organic cayenne. And then some mulberry leaf as well. Making my own capsules with the things that I powder as well. So if I don't use it in my food itself, I capsule it. Just giving it a stir to speed up the cooling down process. Let's see, what else have we got here? This is celery, and I love using this on flatbreads and in different soups and stews. Really handy to have. This is some thyme, organic thyme. This is actually from the Living Seeds garden. They had excess and they gave me some. It was after a training day and we made salads and there was some left. And of course, beautiful organic dried garlic, all done in the Excalibur Dehydrator of Natural Wise. And I love storing them in my Consol bottles. It works really well. So they're cool now. We can start putting them in our little bags. Once again, I need Ziploc bags. Going to get some in the week. Okay. I'm going to make 3 servings out of this. And the last one. So going straight to the freezer again. I'm hoping there's space. Well, thank you for joining me today. What we've done is we preserved some avocado pears in the freezer. We've actually washed the pips and we will process them tomorrow. We've harvested a lot of peas and then we also preserved our peas. And we recognize that pea pods are not just waste, but that they are chlorophyll, vitamins and minerals. And that if we just think about our food, we will realize there's so many more uses for them. So I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please like. If you want to see more of this, subscribe. I really appreciate your support. Okay guys, have a lovely day. Bye.